torpedo again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3.
From the hallway and now from the open door. It just opened up.
25 points, 1 versus 1. The last round, Evil Jester putting some pressure in that doorway, still unable to pick up the EMP, and the ace is gonna go down.
Getting down to 15 seconds. Ash has recovered that EMP, looking to push in. Solo swings out, finds 2. And
I'm doing wonderful. It's almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so I've been awake for a good couple hours now.
I'm doing great. I'm excited to see some good matches. We're going to see some great teams and hopefully some good plays too. Cool.
There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Jonesy and Robin got their intros out of the way, but I'm Nightfire with 2 E's, and we are here this afternoon for the EU Challenger Cup. It is the best, well, some of the best teams in the VRML duking it out here this afternoon. For those unaware of the format and what we're jumping into here today, we have the regular season, which is 13 weeks of regular season gameplay, where all of these teams are competing in that regular season to try and get into the top 7 of their division. If they can get into the top 7 of their region, if they can get into the top 7 of their region, then they auto-qualify into the elimination rounds, the top 8 elimination rounds, which happen next weekend. If they were a team that was 7 and below, then they have to play today, this afternoon, in the Challenger Cup, a round-robin style format where only one team is going to come out on top and qualify through to play in the top 8 elimination, be that 8th team in the top 8 and battle against, I think, what is for EU and NA, the best teams in the region. So, whoever comes out of this Challenger Cup does not have it easy following up the next weekend, but it is still an exciting day today. And really, the big thing on the line here this afternoon, Jonesy and Robin, is the skin. If one of these teams wins, they get that skin locked in for their team. And I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? We've debuted the skin. It's been shown around on Discord. You just saw a quick tease of it after the end of that trailer. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
Basically, you go first, Robin.
The first thing that popped in my mind is when you're in Minecraft and you build your house out of like all diamonds. Like,
yeah.
That's what popped in my mind. I like it. It's a lot, but I like it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can already see the team kills coming out for finalists in pubs just to get that gun skin.
Yeah.
We talked about, I saw some chat and people saying they're going to hide their skin. Jonesy, what do you think of it?
Honestly, the fact of I was watching that trailer at 2 in the morning. Wait, I was watching it really late, and I was like, wait, that skin actually looks really nice. It's kind of sad that I'm not going to get it, but I am looking forward to now going into a pub and seeing someone. And I'm not going to TK, but maybe I'll put some money on the table.
Yeah, yeah. Tell them you'll buy them the gun next round if they give you the skin.
Oh no, I'm on about real money. I'm on about some real money.
Okay, well, hey, whatever you need to do to get your hands on the VRML finalist skin, it is a great looking skin, and we've got a lot to look forward to in terms of skins, with a tease of the store skin coming later today, just before the NA Challenger Cup. We have a exclusive dev interview where we'll be talking about the ranked matchmaking mode, and we'll be debuting that store skin. So there's a lot to look forward to today, on top of, obviously, fantastic games, which we do have to start focusing in on now and talking about these teams that are playing here this afternoon. In particular, Niffin and Team Juice, because the way, again, this format works is that today we have 4 rounds being played out, 4 games getting played out each round. We do have 4 rounds being played, but the way that a round works is that each team plays one single map. They ban all the way down to when there's only one map available, and then that map is what is chosen for the map that they have to play. It is one and done, and then you move on to the next round where you go up against a new opponent. And at the end of round 4, I believe we have 2 teams that will qualify on, and then they play, I believe, this next week against each other for that final spot to be a top 8 squad. And if I'm wrong on that, then one team qualifies. The format has evolved over the course of time, but regardless, we will have one team that will make it out. Yeah, the best 2 teams of each region will qualify, and then only one will make it to that top 8 spot. So again, the skin on the line, and I mean, let's talk about Niffin and Juice. You know, Robin, we've been seeing in chat, there's a lot of hype around these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of Niffin believers I see. Yeah, I see a lot of Niffin, and I've seen a bunch of TJFC as well. So I think that'll be interesting. I'm not super well versed in the EU scene. I think that's more Jonesy's category.
Yeah, so this, oh, my Discord got out there. Yeah, so these teams are usually what you'd refer to as a tier 2 team. Both of these teams are quite well structured, and they honestly have the skill they need to maybe take it through. These 2 teams are, I'd say, same level. We have an 8-player roster versus a 6-player roster, but the roster for Team Juice has changed quite a bit since I was on it back in preseason. So I'm hoping for a little bit of a change of skill to come through today.
It's a big toss-up when you get into the Challenger Cup, and especially with the format. It is something that, I see. Do we have our server up here? Sorry.
Yes, we do. I DM'd you.
Okay. We're doing a lot behind the scenes as we get ready to jump in.
The format is definitely going to be something new for a lot of the teams, especially if we're only playing one game. That's going to be interesting to be on, like, especially with there's something new with map bans. There's something new with, you know, defensive and offensive sided maps. I'm honestly wondering if we're going to see a ship pick. That's the big one, I think.
Yeah,
it's always even playing field.
Yeah, ship, and again, to the point on maps, there will not be the new map in the playing field here for the postseason. We're not going to throw a brand new map at these teams when it comes for the time where the prizing is on the line. And ultimately, you know, if they qualify on, sure, they get the skin, but there's also then that 10,000 plus in cash and hardware prize pool that they're competing for once you get into that top 8 spot. So the pressure only gets more and more as you go from here this afternoon. But I know there's a lot of hype with these teams about trying to qualify today to get this skin. Because, again, if you are a top 8 team, then you get the VRML finalist skin, which we have teased and has been shown on the Discord, and again, we're super happy with. So the pressure is on, and we are just about ready to get into, again, Niffin versus Team Juice. We're just waiting for the 5th to join on Juice's side. But let's talk about some of the other teams that we will be taking a look at here this afternoon, because there's a lot of good squads out here today. Sunset Ravens being seeded first as the highest in the ladder. TJFC, another team that a lot of people have eyes on. Team Purge, French Onward Union, French On You, the Black Roses Slug. You know, what are your thoughts on the rest of this Challenger Cup EU group stage? And Jonesy, I'll start with you since you're our resident EU expert.
Well, honestly, Sunset Ravens and TJFC, I'm looking forward to when they get matched up, because honestly, on the back end, you have not seen some of this prep for this. Honestly, since this Christmas break, New Year's time, every EU team has come back in, And Sunset Ravens and TJFC are two not to be missed. They've been looking for scrims every single night, but so have other teams. So I've seen Niffin around, they're playing mixed scrims with people from like Purge and French on You, but everyone's getting in that practice because they know today now, for about the next 4 hours, the rest of this season comes down to it.
Yeah, it really does. And I mean, Robin, we talk about the pressure being a element here. How do you think some of these teams are going to be able to deal with that? Because that's going to be a big thing. You know, when it does come down to the 1v1s and your hands start to shake a little bit, you know, you have to be able to focus up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a lot of these teams are very much either closer or farther away in skill than what they'd play in a normal season. Especially EU has a little bit of a smaller sample size, I'll say.
Yeah.
Where there's just not as many teams to scrim against to really fight with for those spots, and we're gonna see some. We might see some blowouts. We might see some comebacks, but yeah, like you said, it's really that pressure that gets down to it. Who can handle it the best? And I'm thinking, just by looking at some past results, I'm thinking Sunset Ravens is looking pretty good here.
Yeah, and
that's a
no, you're a good point though. Speaking of past results, we can look at the matchup history for these two teams that we will be taking a look at here this afternoon. Niffin and Team Juice. They have not played each other this season, but two teams that are coming in from the postseason, from the preseason. You know, they played in season 0, and we talked a bit about this before the start of the stream. But both of these squads, you know, Niffin in particular, a team that has experience playing, you know, in this stage of the VRML. They are familiar with playing in the tournament phase, in the postseason phase of the VRML.
Yeah, they're absolutely ready for that big pressure. It's gonna be interesting again to see, especially since this league has grown so much since that season 0. Yeah, they're gonna have a fight. They're gonna have a fight, and I know Niffin might not have had their best performance this season, but they're definitely in the running for this CC spot, and even going up against that #1 team, if they make it, I think they would have a fighting chance at least.
Yeah, and to recap on again the format here this afternoon, we have multiple games getting played out. We only have one stream live today for EU. For NA, we'll have 2 streams live, but we do have multiple games getting played, and so at any point we can jump around to other games as well. So we are still waiting on the 5th from Juice, but you know, if we do have to wait any longer, I do think we have Team Purge and French Onward Union battling it out right now, so we could potentially jump over there. We have, again, TJFC and the Black Roses battling it out, and Sunset Ravens and Slug all playing each other this afternoon in round 1. 4 rounds, 4 maps total, all of that being broadcast here in front of you. So we do appreciate everyone stopping in, hanging out, and patiently waiting for us to get into the action. We are as eager as you to dive into the start of the EU Challenger Cup, and we do appreciate everyone stopping by. There's a nice crowd here this morning before we've even gotten into cast. And I suppose I sit morning, evening, afternoon, night. It depends on where you are. It's 7 a.m. for me, but I'm sure it's I don't know, you know, the middle of the afternoon or even evening for some of these EU squads. And it does look like we are getting into the series. The time is up in terms of how long they can wait to start the round, and surprised to see it, but Juice are rolling with a bot. So we'll see, I guess, maybe how long we'll stick around in this matchup, but we'll get into round number 1 of map number 1 between Niffin and Team Juice. And again, that bot coming in will be sort of right up in the face of the defense. That's kind of an instant kill, unfortunately. And so really going in 4v5 and, you know, giving a little bit of an early cash to the enemy team with an early kill coming in. Not what you want to have at your start, Jonesy, Robin, but it is where we're at the beginning of Niffin and Juice in round 1 here.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so
We are-
honestly, having a bot is never good, but I'm sure with some skill they can pull that back through as we see this basement site come through.
Absolutely. We're gonna see some foam coming off this wall to get into this workout room here. And we see 2 people up on the front going into workout and 2 people going back into cellar, it looks like. And it looks like Asura is going to take out the bug. So, I'm just gonna call him Bug. I'm not pronouncing all that.
Yeah, Wanz is rushing through Boiler onto B site, and Como takes that down as the hatch goes down.
Looks like Juiced looking to make a play here. Coming through with, I think that's Jack on his backside, yes. And Bosch looks like he's roaming out somewhere. About 2 players under Juiced. They might be waiting for an opportunity to make a move.
Yeah, Bosch is now just kind of rotating around to the storage door. He's sat near these stairs and he's just ready to push in, but his teammates are still holding. Juiced is looking more towards the back of B, and he knows there's going to be people in there when it's a 3v5.
Looks like there might be some contact with Skyburn here. If he decides to swing this, either of them decide to peek through this door. And yeah, contacts exchanged, and Bosk takes out Skyburn with a cheeky little headshot, pushing into B site. Has the EMP, is going to plant on that back wall, but as Enzo goes up and takes out his teammates, what are they going to do here? Are they going to... Ooh. There's a play. They could jump out of this window here and try to get a sneaky kill. Bosch seems to be expecting it, and Como's on the other side of that wall there. But no one's looking to make a push yet. Bosch still does have that EMP, but it's a 1v4. Not looking too promising.
Yeah, he's getting in a gunfight here, but Sawyer takes that down. That was a very weird push. We had 3 members of Niffin upstairs, and they all dropped, but no one knew where Bosch was hiding on site.
That, I mean, if it works, it works, you know? They knew there were players up there. They had to take them out, and you gotta keep the train rolling. They knew they were downstairs, so you gotta drop, you know?
4 left alive at the end of that round for Niffin. A solid job from them. And yeah, they're like getting aggressive on that upper floor, pushing out the remaining Juice offense, not waiting for them to push down into them. And a strong opening here for Niffin out the gate. If this continues, we could have a very quick one-sided start for Niffin. Again, the 4v5 continuing here. Juice still not able to get that 5th in, and you know, it's maybe they'll get the 5th at some point here, but it's one map. You know, all you have is one map against this team, and then you move on to the next round. And if you have a loss, when you have, you know, 9 teams competing, one loss could be what separates you from moving on into that end of the season. And wow, a bot finds the first kill.
Oh,
That's the sprays with the RPC there for the main door, just getting the kill, and he's going to rush straight into garage, and he sees Como, but Como with a Vezin takes him down on that doorway.
There is finally a push through garage here as Asoria looking to make a play on that hallway. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong colors. Looking to make a play on that doorway. And can't get one to go. Como looking to swing again. No one's able to find a replay. I guess Asoria starts to heal back up. Slow game. Looks like, I think it was Jack that was moving around to the front door. Or no, Juice moving around to the front door. Como finds Bosch.
Yeah, that Vezin there is obviously going to be a big piece of util. 2 Vezins coming out from Niffin for that force buy, but no one can kind of flank them through garage because of that door blocker on the connector into main room. So Como and Asoy are just going to kind of trade each other out and just sit around in garage while we wait for Juiced and Jack to make a push.
Again, we see a teammates deficit 4v2. Hopefully, Juiced and Jack can stick together, make some good plays. Hopefully, pick out a headshot or 2. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we had someone run in front of the projector window here, Juiced and Exo, nearly getting a headshot, but nothing happened. Juiced kind of jiggle peeking it as Exo kind of sees him. Enzo sat just behind the boxes with a Vezin on the front door again. Some shots flying out, and Juiced gets hit in the head.
Juice tagged, but able to heal back up quickly from that syringe. They still have the EMP. That's not going to be much of a problem for them. But as Juice looks to make a push onto that, through that window, I think that's into the stairs. I see Jack's holding that angle now. Juice looking to go back to this same gunfight where he got tagged once before. Takes a good amount of damage. It's a slow play, but they only have a minute left to make a push in and get some points on the board.
Yeah, with Jack over this window, maybe we do see him drop into stairs, but Enzo has a Vezin, and we all know how scary that Vezin is because that one-tap headshot can take you out from anywhere, but they rotate up into showers now.
Yeah, that's an interesting play. I'm not sure I've seen this one before. Only 25 seconds left on the clock. It's not a save play at all, but it's certainly slow. They have the EMP. They basically need to rush a plants at this point. Juiced going. No, they might be saving.
Yeah, it's looking like maybe a save as they sit here. It's quite important to do because they do not want to risk it, but we see it come through.
Yeah, that's an odd place to save. I don't really see that much. Usually see teams go up to the roof and just kind of lounge about to avoid the gunfire and anyone possibly roaming.
A tough start there for, again, Juice. It's just not really these early rounds not working out quite how they are obviously hoping to. And, you know, we may end up shifting off of this game to another if the 4v5 continues as well, because we have 5v5s that we can jump into and check out this afternoon. There's a lot of other games, like we said, that are getting played out here during this Challenger Cup, and we will be bouncing around. So do be ready for us to be jumping from game to game, depending on how they get played out, how they go. For now, we'll stick around for this third round and see if Juice can put something together with a partial buy. But Niffin are fully equipped. They've got their rifles in everyone's hands. They've got the utility coming out here this afternoon. So I do not think it's going to be an easy entry, but they get another chance at the basement.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Weird Guy. I missed it earlier, but dropping the $2 into the YouTube chat.
Oh.
Every donation is thanked. Thank you for that. Sorry for a bit of a late call out. As Wands runs into sight, does set off the trip mine, but goes down by the Vezin as Bug sets off a Proxim.
We're looking for. Usually we see shots through this wall, but it looks like that's not the play here. With all those Vezins, you think they put some spray through there, but breaching foam is down. They're looking to make a play. The door is blown, or the wall is blown, and Bug takes out Como. Looking to maybe find another kill. They throw a nade out at Jack, but the escape takes a chunk of damage. That door blocker is really putting in some interesting swinging opportunities as Enzo finds Jack and finds Bug. Bosch refrags and Exodin just swings him back again.
Just Juice left now, and he looks like he may go for a save. I mean, at the start of that round, we saw 3 players from Niffin sit upstairs there, which is, honestly, after that first round, it is kind of expected. We did have Juice push upstairs, but with that pass-through back down to the big stairs, maybe Exo gets a kill here as well, and we see a third round go to Niffin.
Yes, we do, and I think we are going to take a bit of a moment here to shift up and try and check out another matchup as we do back out of the Niffin versus Team Juice match. I do think we have Team Purge and French Onward Union playing on the same map
as well.
Yeah. So we can jump over there and have a little bit of the same. If you just give me a moment here. But let's talk about Team Purge and French Onward Union as we get ready to shift over to their matchup.
Yeah, so French Onward Union coming from Onward is quite a good, well-packed team. They have the gun skills they need, and they've proved it to us as they played in the pre-season championship. Sadly getting knocked out right near the start, but they played well. We also have Team Purge, a newer team, mainly consisting of ex-Echo players, also have good gun skill. But are we going to see them play well against a team that went so well last season?
Yeah, and we're seeing here, it looks like a, well, 1-2, only in the 4th round, but both teams have fully bought out with their Vezins and their Maruis rifles of choice. And we're looking to see if Purge is able to make a successful push through garage and through that front door to maybe get some kills. And it looks like they're going to try to plant B with a boy sitting up in that hallway. And I think it's Hunty who has the EMP.
Yeah, we do have French on you here in this B site with Mr. Light and Bagul just kind of throwing some shots around. Goldtooth coming in through, what is this? Utility. Just getting rid of that trip mine as they now hop in. No one in garage to stop them, but there is a door blocker on this main door. Boom, going down.
We're gonna roll a frag under that and catch that door blocker, blowing the garage wall at the same time. Shots coming through the other wall from the hallway. 2 frags are out. Make that 3 frags that are out. Oh, not the smoke, my bad. And a boy finds Mister with a nice headshot, and Silvertooth finds Baba's. Goldtooth. Ooh, Bagul's down. And B site is relatively clear, except for Priskas inside that connector, hoping to maybe make a swing. We hear the plant coming down, and a boy covers that angle. It's just Nemo left, and it looks like he's doing runouts, hoping to go through the garage. Gets one, but Hunty shuts it down. Purge goes up 3-1.
Yeah, that there we saw. Yeah, go on, mate.
Okay, well, we talked a little bit about it off stream, but you know, there's potential for some blowouts here in the start of these rounds. You know, with round 1 and the seeding, essentially, the way that it works is that if you played well in the regular season, then you get seeded up against an opponent that you may not normally get matched against because they are a little bit lower ranked. You know, again, Sunset Ravens seeded first, going up against Slug, who's seeded 5th overall in this group stage, and so, or in this round robin stage, and so it's interesting to keep that in mind. And so for even, you know, FOU to have a point on the board, I think that's pretty impressive. And I'm curious to see if they can put more on the board here on the defensive side, because when you look at a map like Hideout, I think it tends to lend itself more towards the attacking side. Teams really comfortable with attacking on this map. They have solid plays. We saw, you know, coordinated nades coming in through both breached openings there. They really are, practiced and well-versed in how to push and approach these objectives. Drone work coming in here, and ultimately, you know, I'm curious to see if, again, FOU can just get 1 or 2 more on the board, as we do see a boy identify some early defensive players there.
Yeah, we're already trying to push in, and we do have the hatch open to this typical topside push, but for me, FOU are in a bit of a difficult position to attack because Nemo is sat in family room as bedroom is being pushed.
Bedroom coming through. We're putting some foam down on this wall into B site here. There's a static field emitter blocking the rotate, and Bagul takes out Silvertooth. Fires exchange. Hunty drops through that hatch and narrowly avoids the fire as he gets stuck in that static field emitter.
Yeah, peeking across site, 3 fires. Bagul just missing that as he now goes for a peek, but no one sees Baba still holding the corridor. A boy takes down Priskas through a wallbang.
Bagul taking out Goldtooth now. And Hunty maybe looking to get a quick little kill, peeking over this box. And a boy swinging back around, catching Mr. Light in the head, but Babas catches Hunty at the same time. And Babas gets another.
Yeah, leaving Cone with a cloak now to get a 1 versus 3 clutch, but he looks like he is going out to save. Hopping straight next to this table, quite a difficult spot to get a kill on an attacker.
That's you can definitely tell his team was yelling at him as soon as their last teammate went down, or their 4th teammate went down, just to try to save the rounds. Keep hold of that Vezin. Oh, never mind.
Whoa. I mean, they still have the money. If you look in the bottom right there, you still see the money. The only person not falling there is a boy. Nightfire, your opinion on that very, very quick round?
Yeah, FOU getting a vital one on the board here. The underdogs, arguably, of the day, but in this matchup between these two teams, and they are I mean, doing a solid job of defending. If they can push this first half 3-3, there's a real chance that they can come in and potentially do well on the back half on attack. So it's I mean, I love to see it. This is why you tune in to the Challenger Cup, because you don't necessarily know what you're gonna get. We can anticipate. You know, we look at TJFC and Black Roses. They're already done, 7-0. They already finished 7 rounds played. So that was a quick one. TJFC obviously are looking strong. Niffin and Team Juice, we just tuned into that. Niffin obviously looking good. Team Juice only with 4. And now here, Team Purge and French, we do have a pretty solid back and forth. And, you know, it's just, as we get into the later rounds 2, rounds 3 and 4 of this tournament, of this Challenger Cup, we're going to see some great action there too. So there's a lot to look forward to. Even if there are some blowouts, there's almost guaranteed to be a solid match or two here in the Challenger Cup, and especially when we get into the later rounds, it's going to be some good quality action. And I'm stoked that we're tuning in here, and FOU are putting up a solid battle as we do get into round 6, and the push comes in from Purge.
Absolutely, we're seeing Cone taking some damage here.
Oh!
Dies to the static field emitter.
Whoa.
That's a
That's
position
difficult.
for it.
Yeah, I mean, he took the damage through the wall and just taking him down. And Nemo takes down a Hunty. Where is Nemo? Nemo's
He's peeking.
upstairs. Ooh.
Yeah. Doing spawn peeks.
I've never seen that
Yeah.
bottom windows peak before. That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, that's a new one for me too.
It's very rare because there used to be an issue on this map where if you leaned out a window, your body would collide into itself and you'd get stuck inside, so you couldn't be seen outside. But now that that has been fixed, we now see that peak coming out a lot. It was the same on the laundry window on the other side of this map.
That's interesting. It's now a 3v5. Looks like, oh, I'm sorry, that's a 4v3 as a boy takes out Babas and looking to make a push, maybe into the storage area. That nade goes out to no avail. A boy looks to swing and maybe get a kill, but they're not in this room. They're hiding back in that corridor. Hopefully they don't swing at the wrong time. There's I think it's pause timing. You look away and you get killed. This Bagul takes out a boy on a nice swing, looking for a refrag.
Ooh.
Gets it! Goldtooth through a wall onto Bagul. Looks like they're gonna put some bomb down on this wall. Always gotta be careful of that proximity mine. Looks like someone's outside? That's interesting. But
yeah, running outside to just flash the warning is the strat, which is done, but Silvertooth.
looks like a pinch trying to come out. Goldtooth and Silvertooth combine 2 fangs to clutch up the rounds and pull away or I'm sorry, not pull away. Put some points on the board for Purge.
Yeah, I've just had a note come through from the moderation team as well. It's now dropped to a 3 map instead of a 4 map due to a team dropping out.
Oh, okay.
Good note. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, yeah, we'll find out who that team is. Probably one of the 9. You know, one of the teams that's out there. We have 9 teams total in the event, and the way that the format would work, that is, if there's 8 teams, 3 maps get played. If there's 9 teams, 4 maps get played. So with one team not participating here in the start of round 1, we are going to cut that down to only 3 maps played here this afternoon, which even puts more emphasis on winning your first map, because if you lose, you're almost guaranteed not to be able to advance on because you don't have as many opportunities. Rounds could matter, all of that could matter, and so it'll be interesting to see how, you know, again, the pressure sort of mounts up as Team Purge started strong, 4-2. They've got that early advantage with that extra round, but FOU are fighting here, and they're pushing in now for the first kill at 1 tap from Mr. Light.
That's a nice tar shot.
Yeah, having that 1 kill just at the start of a round always gives you an advantage. It's always that 1 point advantage which is needed to gain a round.
Looks like we're having some slow battles here, as Baba is maybe looking to swing that. Some shots coming out from Cone. Silvertooth takes out Mr. Light. And Bagul refrags, taking out 2 as Prishkas takes out Silvertooth. It's a 1v3 or 1v4. Bagul's still alive, but only on 1 health. And it doesn't look like their team has a syringe to heal up. Cone with that Cyclone looking to put some pressure on the enemy team as they push into B site. Takes out Bagul. That 1 health really was a detriment there, but he hears the plant noise. What's he gonna do? Swing around to the door. Hopefully catch someone off guard.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick technical problem, so I will be back in just a moment. Trying to get.
All right. And the EMP is down. It's a 1v3. 12 bullets in his Cyclone. He knows someone is on the left. Can he catch a kill? Oh, it's not looking nice for him. There's plenty of opportunities to be pinched here, but they're behind the wall. Maybe goes to fake. No, he manages to dodge out of the way of death. But Nemo swings around with that Cyclone and puts a bullet in his head to end it.
I mean, that's pretty substantial for FOU to get the pistol round here on the reset. They can now come in on the attack with rifle buy. They can easily, I say easily, but they do have the opportunity to tie this up. It could really be 4-4 going into the back half of this matchup this afternoon, and FOU are definitely bringing it here today. Let's take a quick look at the scores on the afternoon, as we do have also a notification showing everyone who's donated and contributed to the channel. So, the shout out earlier for that $2 coming in. We appreciate all the support from anyone that can afford to give it. It comes back to the VRML, helps us keep the lights on, helps us with website support, everything that ultimately it takes to put on a VRML season, which is a lot. So we really do appreciate that support, and it means a lot to us in the organization. So we do thank you for that, and we want to make sure that you get notified. You see that we appreciate you with that bottom ticker. Match scores obviously are old because we're done with the season. We're into the postseason. It all comes down to these games here as we do get into round number 7. The back half shaping up to be quite interesting. Purge and FOU duking it out here today.
Like Purge has... go ahead.
Go on, Robin.
Looks like Purge has 2 Tauruses looking to get those sneaky headshots in on this defense. Hope maybe, I don't know if they're going to be playing angles or playing aggressive. So far, they've been playing rather passive on defense, but FOU is playing it safe, letting the clock tick down a little bit, adding an element of surprise to their push. And Baba's going to take out that door blocker, and they're going to blow that wall up that they previously foamed. Mr. Light and Nemo putting some shots through that broken door. There's a static field mirror blocking your path, and Mr. Light finds a kill with that Marui on a boy. Hunty! With 2 good grenade kills. Double kill. And it's a 4v3. Mr. Light's being careful with that Marui, maybe hoping to grab the kill from around the bomb. And he puts some damage on Gold2. Baba with that. Oh, Gold2 pushes. They're shutting down swings and they're pushing out. EMP's down. They're looking for a defuse. They've pushed them out of sight. It's a 1v1. Prishkas with that Vezin finds Hunty and ties up the game 4-4.
Yeah.
That was, I think, way closer than it deserved to be. We go look at that replay again here. Whoop, that do it? Yeah, there we go. It was. Oh no, I messed it. I messed up the replay. Dang it! We were so close. We go back and you take a look at that replay though, and then that double kill was very. I mean, for the bomb to be planted, rifles in hand. It's good that the rifles were in the hands of the final players in that round. But yeah, that was very close. FOU just scraping away with the offensive win there, but they managed to get it, and it's 4-4, round number 9 coming up here as Jonesy tries to fix their lighting or their camera, who knows, but
Lighting.
We'll hopefully have them we'll have them sorted shortly, and for now at least it's me and Robin getting ready to dive into round number 9.
There we go.
Absolutely. Can you remind us what does happen if we see a tie on this map for these 2 teams? They each get half a point? Is that
Yeah, I
right?
think
Is
so,
that it?
yeah. Yep.
Yes, each team gets half a point.
Oh, Mr. Light finding Silvertooth early in the round. Looks like we might see some contact with these two roamers up top with Prishkes and Boy. Yeah, Boy takes out Prishkes, a sneaky headshot with a Vezin. Coming down the stairs now, might run into Mr. Light, and he does! Takes him out. The Goldtooth also takes out Magul. It's a 3v3. And we're looking... Looks like someone was hidden upstairs, but we have 2 players in A site. No, that's 3 players in A site and connector. Goldtooth's just outside of connector and B. But we're gonna see. I think that's a hatch that was blown somewhere. I might be wrong. It might be that wall.
Thrown over near the A site as we see more frags going around. They're going to try and get rid of this door blocker.
Oh, there's the wall. Baba can't make a swing, but Mr. Light refrags. He grabs one. Can that Marui find another? Look at the connector. It can!
We have Hunty here with Cadillo backside, trying to watch over to Nemo, but it's a 1v2. Cadillo versus a Vezin and a Marui. Can Hunty clutch the 1v2?
4 bullets in that Cadillo. The EMP is planted. We're looking at some intense gameplay right here. Hunty wants to make a move badly, but doesn't want to get picked off as he comes out from behind this box. And he gets a little info peek off. Looks like he's going to... he's just making decisions. Nemo's sitting behind there. Mr. Light!
He couldn't move.
Ooh, through the post. That's going to put FOU ahead of points. 1 point closer to victory, which could potentially be 1 point closer to that $10,000 prize.
It is a incredible fight here from FOU. This is why you tune into the Challenger Cup, because you don't know what you're going to get. The 8th seed winning currently against the 4th seed overall. And again, we look at the matchup history between these two teams. You can see the separation in regular season rank, with Team Purge being 14th in that ladder and FOU being 19th in the ladder. Again, the advantage of qualifying high in your regular season ladder is that you do get these sort of matches where, you know, you have the 14th versus 19th battling it out, and sometimes you get the upsets where FOU, the 19th ranked squad, is competing for a chance here to take this first map win and ultimately, in some ways, knock Team Purge out of contention for that Challenger Cup. Because again, if you take a loss here, I think with only 3 maps getting played out, your odds of advancing on are very low. I don't know all the math. Maybe it's possible where everyone could lose a round. You know what I mean? But we'll have to see. Is already the action unfolding. Silvertooth finds a double.
Baba is looking to refrag and does. We're going to go around here. They're still placing down their utility, proximity sensors and the like. I think... Oh, yeah, Bagul has a RCP, and Hunty has a Cadillo. Oh, Cone has a Spectral. It's a save round on rounds. I can't do the math. They took away the rounds counter, and they haven't added it back yet, which...
I know, we need it so
Round
bad.
number 10.
Yeah, Baba with that cloak now. Also with the EMP. Maybe looking to make a swing. Wow, that really does make you invisible, even to us. A slow push. Thumbs down on the wall. It's just a matter of time on when they're going to blow it. Well, hopefully they don't blow it. Hopefully it's a very successful push. We'll see here. As Baba makes his way inside, a nade comes out. Bagul gets killed. Cone with a great nade. I think... No, it was Hunty on the other side of the double nade. I was gonna say it would have been an impressive nade game from Bagul. But Nemo on the stairs, the EMP is down. And Baba low on health. It's a 4v2. Only 11 health, Baba's name. Nemo's gonna go and go up onto that balcony. Look for a nice little peek. I'm sorry, he's gonna go up on the roof. I'm not familiar with that angle. Baba finds Cone through a wall. Very nicely. Oh, that's the angle. Oh, that's nasty. Ooh.
Yeah, holding that side angle onto the bomb. Usually when you start to defuse the EMP, then you can peek out the window and you can see the back of the player unless they're leaning from the side of the chair.
Yeah. Oh! Baba finds the boy.
Oh.
And Nemo finds Goldtooth. That 2v4 becomes a 2v0 as they SEAL Team 6 their way through this building, keeping that EMP preciously intact.
This is FOU about to take map 1 from Team Purge, 1 round away on the attack, fully kitted, and I think to the point Team Purge understand the assignment. They know what's on the agenda here. The best they can do at this stage is tie, and like we said, that gives you a half point, which, you know, isn't ideal, but I think with a tie, they still have a fighting chance of being one of the teams to advance on. I think a loss really does put you out, though. I don't know, though. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not the math wizard, obviously. We can barely count rounds, and those numbers are in front of us, so it's hard to do sometimes. But but it's still impressive to see them playing this well. And again, it's the unexpected. Who knows? Maybe FOU is going to be one of the 2 teams to advance on and then battle it out in a best of 3 for a chance to be the 8th team to play in that top 8 elimination bracket next weekend. Every weekend filled with action just like this, and today, all day, really. This is just the EU Challenger Cup. We have an exclusive dev interview at 12:40 p.m. PST, debuting just before the start of the NA Challenger Cup, and the action's unfolding here. We got to get back into it.
Looks like FOU looking to make a push through garage here. They also have I think it was Nemo up on a hatch. Yeah, that's nope, going through that window. Babas gets taken out on a swing. A boy grabs 2, picks up a Vezin on the way to get Nemo. That's a smooth little scoop and grab there. And they're pushing pretty far up into garage to hold it tightly. Sometimes you see teams play a little farther back and let the attacking team take garage, and they can play around to cause disadvantage. But Purge not taking any chances. FOU only needs this 1 round. They want to keep them out of the building. Prishkes hoping to find a head on someone's what? I can't think of the word. I'm moving on. Looks like a slower game starting to come out, and I think we see a lot of. We're gonna start hearing a lot of footsteps and stuff happening as soon as that 130 mark hits. Blind fire! Oh my god, that's a 3K for a boy. And they keep it going. Silvertooth not found through that table and stack of boxes there. And I don't know if they actually know he's there. Mr. Light staying very careful of that outside window where he know a boy's been getting a lot of kills. There's a nade out. Not doing damage. Silvertooth. They know where he is. Mr. Light takes out Silvertooth through that stack of boxes. That breaching foam throw doesn't really get where it needs to be, but they're gonna keep it going. They have a proximity mine down on the car, which is a thing. Oh, a swing from from Goldtooth. He grabs one. It's a 1v4, and that's 3 from a boy and 2 from Goldtooth. It looks like Purge. They want to get their half points. Yeah, they want it bad.
It is just a round away from them, and they will tie this first map. And man, that would be, again, not the worst case, but FOU so close to taking this first map and so close to putting on an upset here. They're able to full buy, both teams fully committing here. And I say full buy, but really it's not, because Bagul can't get into a rifle here. They don't have enough cash to invest there. And in comparison, we are seeing 3 Vezins and 2 Maruis on the side of Purge. So full rifle buy for Purge on the defense. FOU have been looking good on the attack. They've been looking strong, but they have been sort of starting things off with their early picks for the most part. Now, as we do get into this stage of, where we see Purge taking those early kills, they're able to really run with the momentum on that round. And this is fun to tune into. This is why we're here for the Challenger Cup, to see who is going to take these round wins when the pressure is on, when they're competing for a chance at that gun skin. It's a lot on the line here, and we're going to wait to see what FOU are going to do on the attack for round number 12.
12. Final rounds. FOU's guaranteed half a point in this tournament.
True.
But They want the full one. Oh, they might get it with plays like this. Mr. Light on a sneaky little headshot on Silvertooth, but a boy takes out Nemo, making it a 4v4. A little bit of slower plays. Two roamers up on the second floor, not really near each other, but I think they're both trying to rotate back to their teams to make plays.
Yeah, boy here in the family room has just 2 people here right next to him. Pushkas is on these stairs and is shooting out that trip mine. So maybe we see a boy on the flank coming behind Baba, Mr. Light, but Baba takes down Cone in A site.
Pushkas, I'm surprised he didn't hear boy stepping around up there. Looks to... Oh, he did. Who gets the kill? Oh boy! He's been putting out amazing shots. He just hits headshots constantly. Goldtooth taking out Babas though, and
What a
Bagui.
refrag.
Bagul. I keep forgetting how to pronounce that word.
Yeah, we do
Oh,
have a
Mr.
boy.
Light might get a kill here, and he does. 2v1, but the EMP is down. Yeah, I have to hold him off. It looks like it might be a tie. Or, I'm sorry, it might be a win for FOU, but Hunty's not going to let that happen easily. He wants to put up a fight. Coming down these stairs now. Grabs one, heals up, hoping to get another. Gets 2! Oh my! Can he defuse? He's got it.
Oh,
Oh, Hunty clutches up, securing that half point for Purge and shattering the dreams of FOU to keep moving that on.
what a start to the Challenger Cup. It ends in a tie between two great teams, Purge and FOU, and we are kicking it off with a solid couple of games here. Round 2. Oof. What are we going to get? Who knows? We have to wait and see what those matchups are going to be, but it's a single map and we move on to the next round. A new matchup to tune into, and I think all the other matchups have been resolved, so we should be going into round 2 shortly. We may need a brief break to sort out where we're going to go for our next one. But here are the matchups for round 2. Sunset Ravens versus Niffin, TJFC versus Athic, Team Purge versus Slug, and French Onward Union versus Team French On You. I gotta stop saying Onward. They're obviously rebranding. French On You and Team Juice ES all battling it out next round. Who has won so far? Sunset Ravens, TJFC, and Niffin, all with 7 rounds on the board. Slug managed to get 2 up there before they lost their map in round 1, but that's how things have shaken out here in the start of this Challenger Cup. We're going to take maybe a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it's going to be us jumping into another matchup, the start of round 2, new teams, a new single map. You're not going to want to go anywhere. More amazing Challenger Cup action coming up.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother, soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
welcome back, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in and patiently waiting for us to get ready to jump into another matchup, the second match of the EU Challenger Cup. If you're just tuning in, we have already played one map. The way that this afternoon works is that 3 maps get played in total. Each map, you're going up against a different opponent, and overall we have, I think now, 8 teams playing in the Challenger Cup as 1 team dropped out. So 8 total teams here battling it out with the Black Roses dropping out here. And for now, we have TJFC and Niffin tied at first, both of them coming out with 7-0s at the start of their group stage, at the start of their first round in their first map. And we're now going to go check out TJFC and Aethic. Aethic getting the bye in the first round, so they haven't played yet, but they're a squad that, well, we'll see if they can contest up against TJFC. Jonesy, what are your thoughts on this matchup this afternoon? Oh, unmute.
But someone came in the room, so apologies. It's a much quieter team. We don't hear from them much on the EU side. But honestly, from what I've seen, these teams can pack a punch, and I reckon they have a chance. TJFC is currently one of the biggest rooted teams to win this CC, apart from Sunset Ravens. So it's going to be quite a fight, but I reckon if Aethic play it right, it's hideout again. They might get that attack advantage.
We are just waiting for these 2 squads to start up, as we do have the rosters in, both teams in, ready to go. We should be diving in to our first and only map of this battle, and it looks like that map is going to be hideout again. And I wonder if this is just going to kind of be the trend, Robin, where, you know, with the way that works, each team getting to ban a map until there's only one left. Hideout maybe is just going to be the one we typically go to.
Hideout's everyone's safe map, right? So people are gonna ban Skyscraper, obviously. People are gonna ban the map they don't like, which will either be, well, people are gonna ban Ship or Skyscraper. So people are probably going to ban. Why am I blanking on the 4th map?
Skyscraper,
the
Hideout, Ship, and Factory.
Factory, yeah. I like never play Factory. I never remember it. Yeah, that's my controversial opinion. Factory is actually my least favorite map. So
okay. Well, we're avoiding Factory for now. We're getting back into Hideout for round number 2. We're going to be jumping in again to TJFC and Aethic, and TJFC will be starting on defense. Aethic on the attack, and we are just 30 seconds away from seeing another EU battle unfold in front of our eyes. And I mean, Jonesy, what do you think here? TJFC looking strong off of a 7-0 win. Are they sort of the favorites this afternoon? Oh, he's muted again.
Yeah, I sound apologies. Yeah, so TJFC, like I said in the first game, they've been playing a lot of scrims, so they've been trying to go for one every night. And I think every member on their team I've been in a mixed room with in the past week, and they've all just been practicing for this moment. While Aethic, I reckon, have been doing a bit quieter, like I said. But yeah, TJFC definitely a fan favorite for this match.
Okay, we'll have to see how it unfolds. And a reminder that there is plenty of game left ahead of us here this afternoon. We do only have 2 maps left in the EU side, but the NA Challenger Cup starts at 12:40 with an exclusive developer interview debuting at 12:40 p.m. PST. That's in roughly 9, 10, 11, 3.5 hours from now. More math, you know, it's tough. But anyway, back to the action. The breach is happening, and we're getting into our pistol round.
It looks like Anomalous is gonna take a nice Taurus headshot onto Waba. Okay. And another one. Woo! Another one, Kurdistan. What? He's gonna take some shots. Oh, YB swings that window, and Andy finds a spectral kill onto Mad. Well, Snow is going to get a nice headshot with a Cyclone. That's something you notice a lot more. A lot more of these teams are using Cyclones. Oh, that was nasty. A lot more of these teams are using Cyclones, especially post nerf. Whoa, we gotta check your corners. But Andy's able to refrag. It's a 1v1, and it's a pretty even 1v1. A little less, but now that he's the EMP, he has the control of the flow of the game.
Yeah, so we're seeing these literal one-to-one kills. One person gets a kill, the other trades it out. But it's mainly just corner checking. Every corner needs to be checked, but maybe here we'll have Andy sneak onto site for the plant against Makamo.
Yeah, looks like they're going to see that right now. And he's going to keep his gun out as he plants that bomb. Makamo, looking good. Yeah, just catch him over the side. I think he might have thought he was in the other site. That's a risky plant. If you wouldn't have known he was in this A site here. But it looks like TJFC is going to take this first round. And
the EU Challenger Cup continues to deliver, that's for sure, as we get into that 1v1 for that last final round, for start of the pistol round there, and ultimately a solid bit of, like you said, back and forth there, Jones. You trade for trade all the way down. It's exactly what I hope when we tune into these Challenger Cup matches to see. You know, grant round 1, you can kind of expect blowouts because of the seeding. But rounds 2 and 3 is really when you start to get into the nitty-gritty of it, where teams that have won, Athic, a team that's coming out with a bye win, technically, are getting matched up against each other. So really, round 3 will be obviously the deciding factor in determining who our 2 teams are that will advance on. If the 2 teams go undefeated, then they're going to advance on. And if there's any ties, it'll come down to rounds that'll determine who is first and second. The amount of rounds you have between you and your opponent, that determines who is first and second. So for now, at least, we have a couple of teams tied in that first place, and that will change after the end of round number 2 here, which we are just getting into. The pistol set opening up with that 1v1, and now round 2 opening up with a minimal investment from the Athic squad, but one nonetheless, a RCP coming in even off of a round loss. That's actually a pretty big buy, considering that you don't have a lot of cash.
Yeah, we also have a €5 donation supporting Athic coming through as well.
Thank you, Chris. Back to the game here. We see, yeah, those two Vezins for TJFC. Ooh, it's a mouthful sometimes. Looking to come into play here, as we see a swing. I think we saw a swing through a window there, and they might be pushing slowly into this upper lobby area. Slowly is the key word here. 4 of them. Oh, YB with that Viper kill on Satoru. I hope I'm saying that right, but bullets coming through the wall. It's a close stack. Those Spectrals from Super Waldy. That Spectral from Super Waldy is hoping to catch someone. Oh, Anomalous hits another Taurus headshot. I think that's his 3rd this game so far, and he's deadly with it. Super Waldy. Oh, but he can't go against the RCP. Super Waldy takes him out. Keeps holding that angle in case of a potential swing for a refrag. Snow takes out Waba. Somewhere on the map. Yeah, Waba looks like got overzealous. And just couldn't get it out. A nade going out. And that's gonna take out YB. More bullets coming through the wall. We're seeing a lot of good nade kills. It's down to a 2v3. RCP and Spectral versus those 2 Vezins and another Spectral. And B is looking relatively clear from Waldy's point of view. But they might be hesitant to push in. I don't think they have the EMP on them at the moment. Looks like they might need to go for kills. Mad almost peeking out to catch a kill there. But not quite. It's a fine balance. Oh, but Super Waldy finds Mad. Gets dropped down low and is going to retreat. Hopefully find some health somewhere.
Ooh.
I'm having some Discord issues. Hold on.
Yeah, so here we have a grenade going out. Kyrgyzstan having to hide smoke on the door, though. Gonna rotate around, hopping through the door onto this balcony and picking up a stim off his teammate as he now rotates back onto this roof. Looking like he's gonna save, doing a little spin as that round ends. Nightfire, your opinion on that one?
Yeah, it's a smart play from the Apex squad, and one that you're going to make when you only got one map to make an impression, one map really to get the win. They need round wins here. They can't really afford to let this slip any more than it has, and they need to start fighting back right now on the attack. So that eco, that save, important to carry on that Viper, save a little bit of extra cash, enables them to at least get a strong partial buy here, but something we don't see a lot of on the NA side, and that's why it's always kind of exciting when we do have these tournament moments where we can get a look at the EU side of things. We do see sometimes different strategies. Like you said, Robin, the Cyclone, a more common buy here with these teams than we see in the NA side. And now a partial buy. RCP, two Vipers, Cadillo coming in for Athik, something that we typically see NA teams avoid doing. They do not like to go with those partial buys. It's either full buy or no buy in a lot of cases. So interesting to see these differences in strategies. And honestly, the partial buy almost worked out for Athik. Off of the round loss, they go with the RCP. They managed to at least come out with one of their guns, but they do find a bunch of kills. They do some damage to TJFC. Not a bad round overall, and so we'll have to see if they can kind of string this together, get a few more kills here as Waba pushes into the garage and looks for the first kill for their team.
There's double trips out on that car. Waba has to be careful of backing up there. And he might catch a kill on Anomalous here. Get some good damage. They spray through that wall trying to find a finish, but can't get it to go through. Decides to swing this door, getting almost greedy with it. Yeah, overextends. Mad kicks off ahead. Those double trips, like I said, go out to catch Andy. That's an interesting spot. Not a lot of people look down at their feet when going back around to that car. Something you have to always be careful of is strange trip mine placements, especially on hideout when there's a lot of environmental props that are out and around. Putting foam down on that wall. The wall is going to be blown. Sadaru gets to find an angle. Maybe catch one. No, can't get it to go. There's a smoke out. And it looks like Anomalous. Anomalous can't find Kurdistan. Looking to push through. Gets Sadaru, but Mad refrags quickly. It's just Super Waldy with that RCP and that cloak up against 4 players with Vezins. Vezins and frags and stims. But having had that partial buy, I think 2 rounds. I think that's the second round now. They do have to get some kills for their eco to be somewhere they would like. Maybe try to catch one with the swing. Oh, that was a nice headshot from Anomalous. He's good at the game for sure.
Yeah, you're looking at some of the better teams here battling it out in the EU side of things, but not the best. Again, a reminder that these teams all qualified in rank 8 or below in the regular season ladder. You're not looking at the top 7 teams from the EU region fighting it out right now. That's next weekend. A reminder that we have 2 days next weekend filled with action for both EU and NA regions. It's going to be something you're not going to want to miss. That's when it gets in to the top 8 battle. Right now, we're deciding that 8th team. Who goes on to that round robin? And ultimately, TJFC is definitely looking like one of the teams that's likely to advance on. We'll have to see how they do in their 3rd round, but them alongside our other current ladder leader, Niffin, I think are 2 of the sort of teams that, Jonesy, we anticipated being up at the top when we looked at the overall teams playing this afternoon.
Yeah, TJFC being one of the heavy hitters in the league while also playing in the championship last season. It's sort of expected from those repeat teams, and Athik sadly getting placed against these teams, hopefully getting some frags here as we go into this 4th round on this top floor.
And we start the gunfire coming through. Satoru takes a little bit of damage, but is able to heal back up quickly with that syringe. They're going to put some shots through that wall, hoping to find a kill. That's something you do see from a lot of higher level players, but is they'll just shoot, hoping to find a kill, because if you can get that random kill, that can really turn the tide in some cases. There's a door blocker down on that, can't remember what that's called. The lobby wall on the lobby door on the left. when you're coming in from that balcony. Yeah, right there. That's not something you always see. That hatch is exposed though, and there's a static field emitter on the other door where you, or at least where I usually see that door blocker. Super Waldy hoping to find a kill. Snow finds Super Waldy, can't get it to go. YB is gonna rush the plant down. Anomalous is gonna swing it. Finds one. I think he found two there.
Yeah.
And Snow finds Kurdistan as well. And Snow swings out to pick off Andy. A massive push. They've learned their playstyle. They know that smoke means the EMP is going down and they're all going to stack up on that stair area. And someone's got to be planting. Hey.
Not looking good for Athic right now with how TJFC just rolled through that defensive round. You look at the overall KDs, they don't have a ton of kills coming through on the Athic side in these last few rounds, with only in total 8 kills coming in, and Snow and Anomalous alone have 7 kills apiece. So, you know, the kill separation here is big with how this TJFC team is performing. And at this stage, it seems like they're almost attacking the Athic squad while they're on defense. It really is limiting Athic's options. Athic got to be careful not to get caught out here, because if they do, Jonesy, they can get real vulnerable stuck out here in this courtyard. You can get really pushed by multiple doors and windows if you do try and take your time on a external play here on the basement.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the upstairs windows on the balcony, but you've also got the garage door and the laundry window, which are usually being... But there's always an angle which you never expect on Hideout.
Absolutely. We're 10 seconds into this round, and we're going to be on this bottom floor here. The wall is blown to reveal a static field emitter, blocking the advancement. Andy and Snow about to get into a conflict. He's gonna get up on this table and get swung and taken out. Snow grabs 2. I think he got 1 through the door as well, trying to shoot out the person pushing. And yeah, person. It's not a cloak. It's just the vigil bug. Snow, can he get it to go? Not quite. He's gonna peek out and grab another little bit of damage. Oh, that could have been a lucky headshot there. Dangerous for Kurd. But Waba takes out Snow on this little push here. And Super Waldy, all 3 players are on the floor above, which is not something you always see. But they have the EMP, which they, need to get objective of the game. And we are going to have to drop that hatch down into the B site here. The smoke's gonna go out, maybe obscuring a drop, but as soon as they hear that audio cue from someone falling down, they're probably gonna spray through that smoke. Nope, it's a distraction. They're going back down the outside. Tigers there, grabs 1 and leaves. Anomalous takes out Super Waldy. It's 1v4. This isn't looking too good for the attacking team here. Although wants to find something, can't make it. Wow. 5-0.
Yeah, we may have to start looking for another matchup here this afternoon. Yeah. Who else is battling it out here in round 2? We have Sunset Ravens and Niffin. May try to head over there if this goes 6-0 here and Athic don't put 1 on the board. But I mean, even now they don't have enough to full buy. So maybe we do consider looking for a game swap here, as we are seeing a very strong performance from TJFC this afternoon. Let's try and go over to the Sunset Ravens and Niffin matchup if we can, if that's still going.
It's still going, and it's on a Hideout again.
Oh my god. I think that's all that might be all we see.
Meanwhile, Slug versus Team Purge is currently going around 4-1 on Skyscraper as well.
Oh, Skyscraper.
What, real quick, behind the scenes, Jonesy, who is the host for this?
Sunset Ravens is Kim Kong.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Robin.
I just want to shout out Tog, Fuse, and Lyrics for the super chats.
Awesome.
they're all just asking for us to find another game, which we're doing. So here we go.
We appreciate the contributions, the super chats. We are just setting up now to get into the action. This is Niffin versus Sunset Ravens. Yeah, give me a sec here to get everything going. We should be...
Oh, there's some good kills coming out. It's a 2v2. It's 2-2, 2v2. Little tongue twister there, and it's a full buy from, it's full buy from everyone who's alive. Not sure what happened in the beginning of the rounds. Mac. Oh, that was nasty. Just a quick one tap to the head. That's an interesting trip mine. I haven't seen that one before. Adam's being hunted down by Exodin and Enzo here. They're slowly stalking, keeping their guns up. I want to hit that head height. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam decided to save here. The rest of his team is, well, dead broke. And he's 4-2, so he has a good amount of money. No, he's pushing in with that hollow sight up, cloak on, hoping to find a kill, and can't get it. Enzo with another little quick pop to the head.
A lot of games getting played, and happy that we jumped into this one. Niffin versus Sunset Ravens. Niffin on the defense, Sunset Ravens on the attack. 3-2 in our second map of 3 total here this afternoon. Both of these teams are the other 2 teams that have won this afternoon. Niffin going 7-0 and Sunset Ravens going 7-2. The amount you win by does matter in the end of the day. It can be the deciding factor if we do have ties between teams in terms of how many rounds or how many maps they have won. Then the rounds win can determine who is first, second, and third. And obviously the first and second place are the only 2 that will advance on to then battle against each other for a chance to be that one team that is the top 8 squad that will advance on to the single bracket elimination rounds next weekend. The top 8 squads all battling it out. You're not going to want to miss that. Same time, same place. EU and NA, both days of the weekend. Lots of action ahead of us. And even today, tons of action ahead of us. I've said it multiple times, but at 12:40 p.m. PST, in approximately 3.5 hours from now, we will be debuting an exclusive developer interview that you're not going to want to miss as we do get back into the action for round number 6.
Is 4 Tauruses, and they get a kill with one of them. It's 4 Tauruses versus 5 Vezins. Adam, we're winning with the 4. I'm flabbergasted. This is working out way too well, fighting 5 Vezins off of basically an I don't know if a Taurus is an eco round, but
definitely a partial buy.
Yeah, definitely a partial buy. It's cheaper than most things, so. It's 42. Adam got blinded there. I'm not sure where the flash came out. That's something you also don't see a lot of in. Oh, Skyrim takes out Mac. Can't find the other one. They're low. Everyone's picked up Vezins at the very least. Burn. Trapped behind that bomb in that box.
It goes down.
Can't make it out. Winterwolf finds him. It's 3v1. This Taurus round is... Yeah, it's working. That's a smoke. Oh,
wow.
Through the smoke.
I mean, that was the final round. So they didn't have, to the point, they probably didn't have enough money to invest into really anything else outside of maybe some SMGs. So the play was, let's go all Taurus. And, I mean, honestly, that's kind of scary. 4 Tauruses sitting out on that balcony edge. Any peek is a big risk. If any one of those 4 connect, frankly, if 2 of them connect onto you, you're dead, even if they don't hit a headshot. So it's a very interesting choice. And when the team works there, that's a powerful arsenal that you're going up against, especially when you are going up against a team that's poking and prodding, sending 1 or 2 players out at a time, because then you can you can get that player advantage against them. And with Tauruses in hand, they managed to do just that. They convert those into Vezins, and what a huge comeback for the Niffin squad. We're all tied up 3-3. We've chosen another good one to jump into for round 2, that's for sure. And the EU Challenger Cup continues on as we get ready for the back half of our second map in the afternoon. 2 of 3 total here today, so every round matters, every map matters, and these teams are fighting for their second win in a row.
I don't think I've ever seen 4 Tauruses in a comp game, like, alone. I'm stuck on that. All right, I'm gonna have to move on. We're looking at a push through cellar here. Oh, hold on, I'm having some Discord problems. Jonesy, can you
Yes, we have this wind cell push here. Como is over near arcade, just chucking that grenade in as Mike is back here. That grenade brings Mike down now to 3 HP as Kim Kong is rotating around. But Asoya and Exodin are just breaking down this wall onto A site, doing a 2-2 split here with their teammate upstairs, droning it out by the looks. Como knows there's still one behind this box, and Mike goes down as the wall goes down. Kim has to be careful not to over push these 2 people around this corner. Exodin has been hit through this A-site wall, and Kim takes down Como, and he takes down Skyburn. What a double kill there, bouncing off of arcade.
They really know how to use those Tauruses, and they're not afraid to either. Kim Kong still has one, and it's a 4v3. The health is kind of looking low on Niffin here, but it's just this first round after the switch, all tied up. It's like a fresh game, basically. Excited to keep it going, but they're playing it nice and slow. I'm wondering if where did they go? Interesting. Ah, they're there. Looking to maybe rotate back along to the B site, or possibly... Yeah, Enzo has breaching foam. So we'll see what happens there. Kim Kong. And... I think that it's Asoria. Possibly getting into some conflict here. If Asoria decides to keep swinging this site. Only 40 seconds left on the clock. Slowly and steadily. And finally that wall gets blown. Enzo has the EMP, looking to get a plant down in the next 25 seconds. Swings that door wide, but doesn't see anybody. They're playing it, or Sunset Ravens is playing it very safe. Kim Kong finds Asoria. There's 2 more roaming players. Oh, it's starting to go down. He's gonna swing it. One goes down, and he can't get it to go as he gets, not pinched, he gets stacked by 2 Sunset Ravens players.
Yeah, there are plenty of defenders left alive on the Sunset Ravens side, and they will take a early pistol round in the back half here and go up 4-3. They get to now buy into rifles, and when you're on defense, I feel like that advantage lends itself even more so into your favor. If you do manage to get that early round win on the pistol, you can then buy these rifles, tuck in, wait for the offense to push to you. It's a very powerful setup, and look at Sunset Ravens. You know, they understand the assignment, right? It's the back half of the only map they're going to get to play. There's no best of 3 or other rounds to earn. Every round matters, and so they're going full investment. All of the cash getting spent off of that round win is getting spent here into this next one. And we're getting 3 rifles, 2 Vezins, a Marui, and a Cadillo coming in. With Mike buying the attachments for all of that, they are really committing heavily here, Jonesy, into this defensive side.
Yeah, it's looking very much like, honestly, Kim Kong with these Taurus kills is carrying them. They've got 3 kills last round, and now they're going for a force buy for this round number 8, which is a round earlier than the buy, but with this middle floor, you've got to be careful, and it is kind of expected to have a force.
Looking to push through garage now. Exodin gets some shots fired at him, but none connect. Como and Enzo maybe looking to swing through this and, or not swing through this, but keep this and catch a nice kill. 4 coming through that garage. Adam catches 1, catches 2, catches 3! Soria's right outside of there. That nade doesn't land. Oh, Adam with a quick triple kill. See, you can stack with your friends and it splits people's fire, but if you stack too closely, you get sprayed down. It's a 2v4. No, 2v5. Mike's still alive on 1 health. But they don't have any healing surges to keep him going. It'll be a slow round from here.
This round being a proper turnover. Now they're going to play a bit passive, maybe going for that save, because they know they need to be able to afford next round, and staying alive is better than dying.
Absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more. But it's dangerous. I don't know if there's much to save for. Soria only has that Jesper, and I mean, I guess you could save for us with the Spectral, but not giving the other team more money is always nice too.
Yeah, I think that's the real play from them, is to just avoid giving the kill credits over to the opposing team, especially when you're in a limited amount of rounds here. You know, the back half of this map, you can't, there's no wiggle room, so to speak, in terms of giving away early rounds in the front half, so they really do have to get every bit of cash they can and minimize the damage done to them, and ultimately how effectively their opponent can buy in. But still, it's a big win for the Sunset Ravens squad and their economy, because even though Niffin are going here and avoiding giving them 2 kills, it still is Sunset Ravens taking their full investment with all 4 rifles and carrying that through to the next round. You know, it is a big economic advantage. That means no investment really coming from them on rifles next round. And as we see Skyburn here fixing some of the TV antennas on the top, or excuse me, some of the solar panels on the top of the roof here and polishing them up. Hopefully the power will be good enough for Sunset Ravens to defend again, because they are now, out of this round, just 2 away from taking their 2nd map win.
Wow. Sunset Ravens looking dominant in this tournament here. They can't seem to lose. I think it was Sunset Ravens that 7-0'd last map, right?
Yes, they did. They 7-0'd at the start of their 7-2. Excuse me. You're right. They were the only team actually that did let some rounds through with their opponent, but they will be one of 2 teams that is 2-0 at the end of this round, I believe. And so it's definitely, or maybe one of 3. There could be potentially 3 teams that are 2-0, I think, with how the buys have worked. But I don't know. I'm not doing the math, okay? We're going to let the bracket handle all that hard stuff for us. And really, ultimately, we won't really need to take a look at that until the start of round 3. That's when we're really going to want to determine what matchups we want to look at, because that will determine who our victor is. So for now, at least, we're into a great back and forth. That's all that matters. The Challenger Cup delivering yet again for the EU side of things. And another reminder that the NA Challenger Cup is later today at 12:40 p.m. PST. We will be starting that, and you're not going to want to miss that action. That's going to be super exciting. Some big teams playing in that Challenger Cup, and a lot of squads participating there as we get into the action here. And out the gate, Enzo opens things up with a kill.
Set off a proximity alarm but quickly destroy it. It's gonna pull through here. That drone's just barely ahead of Enzo. That could be a little dangerous if he overextends here. Kim Kong. Oh, it's the same fight. Enzo sneaking up on Kim Kong. No shots connect. Mike up on these stairs with that Marui, hoping to get a kill on a gutsy swing. Como decides to rotate back at an opportune time. No, Mike's coming in for the flank. Como's going in for the plant. Oh, we're gonna see Mike come up here. He's gonna put some bullets through that wall there. It's planted. They stand back up. Como and Enzo are taking people out. That was a good turnaround. Kim Kong takes out Enzo, but doesn't see Como in the corner. It's 1v4. Mac not looking too nice. They know the EMP is down, and Asoria.
Oh!
It catches 2. 1v2. It's possible, but he has to move a little quicker. There it is. Catches 1. Swing on the door. Catches 2.
Oh!
1v4 clutch. He finds the EMP if he can get this off. Oh my lord, Mac. You've pushed your team a step closer to that top 8 spot.
You can see them celebrating there, and what a massive clutch. A 4-piece for them to take the round. Look at the team. Everyone's cheering. Hands up. Everyone's coming over to give Mac high fives. He's stoked. Fist pumps all around for the whole squad. A 1v4 clutch that keeps them in it. That was huge, and that's what you're here for in the Challenger Cup. You're here for the clutches. You're here to see the teams, the players that execute when the pressure's on, when they're competing for a chance at that gun skin in game. It is, well, the most exciting you can get with Breachers. Granted, I suppose outside of the round, the top 8 single elimination next weekend in the semis and finals the weekend after, that's going to be the best Breachers that we can get. But for now, this is the whole. This is what we've been waiting for, Jonesy and Robin. This is what we've been waiting for all season, to get to this postseason point and to see these teams that have been ranked and that have been playing in that regular season and have been practicing duke it out against each other. Big clutch play from Mac there. Love to see that coming through. And Sunset Ravens just a round away from taking their second map and going up 2-0.
Every single Breachers player knows how good that 1v4 clutch feels. Oh, it's like a hit of dopamine straight to the brain. We're gonna get back into it. Exodus trying to find something through that smoke. Just pre-firing every angle. Hoping it with that, oh, is that an Ariel? Not something you usually see. It's another, I consider an Ariel partial buy, honestly.
Well, it's a force buy because they're in that last
Force
round
buy.
Potentially. They have to spend all the
Yeah,
cash they
oh,
can.
you're right. Skyburn catches Kim Kong with that grenade, but damages his teammate a little bit in the process. Still, a kill's a kill. Another nade is out towards that murder box down there. Can't get it to go. They're gonna swing around the other way. And Enzo's very low. Doesn't look like they have the syringes they need to heal him back up. Door blocker and a static kill emitter down there on that B site door. Exodus is gonna take it out quickly. Shots coming through the smoke. Mike finds one. Enzo kills Adam. I think Adam was swinging along that from A site, and Enzo shut that down. 3v4. Sunset.
Bedroom here, EXO is just trying to hold an off angle is all he can do with the Oriole. While 2 of his teammates with Vezins are just trying to get a lucky shot off, making it a 4v2.
Skyburn's wanting to pick up a nicer gun here. Nice soft toss from X coming out with that smoke. Hoping to move past that doorway and maybe take a push on A site, I think. Maybe what they're doing. No, I don't believe so. They're taking it slowly. 55 seconds. They need to get this win, or else they lose that half-point potential that they have going. Static field emitters down. Mac takes out 2. 3v2. Against 2 very damaged players as well. B-side's clear. Oh, not exactly. The swing comes out. If only he could have been maybe gone a little faster and come and hid behind that bomb, but he couldn't get it to go. And Sunset Ravens gets a point for the tournament, leaving Niffin hanging out to dry.
They are up
Wow.
2-0 overall on the bracket now. Niffin 1-1 overall, and we are going to get ready for round 3 here on the desk. Massive clutches from Mac. Big shout out to Sunset Ravens. Adam with 11 kills on the round as well. Well performed for the SR squad. We may be following them into round 3, since they are 2-0, and they're going to be competing for that 3-0 position. So we may see more Sunset Ravens, but for now, we're going to go to a brief break, and when we come back, the third and final round of the EU Challenger Cup. You don't want to miss it, because frankly, so far we've had nothing but great action, and I think it's only going to get better from here. So stay tuned. More EU Challenger Cup in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you all for patiently waiting for us to get into our final round of the EU Challenger Cup for Breachers Season 1. It has been a pretty dang exciting Challenger Cup so far, Jonesy. I mean, is this what you expected when we jumped in here this afternoon to have so many 6-6, 5-7 close matches like we've had?
I was expecting. So obviously in that first round we saw the 2 7-0s, which I was not expecting a 7-0 on like the first round. I was expecting at least like 7-2s, but the fact that we haven't had as many 7-5s is a little bit weird because I'm expecting a lot of close games from these EU teams because we're all similar skill level. It's just if you get one more win, you get pushed up higher than the rest.
Yeah, and right now we're jumping into the 2 undefeated teams so far in this group stage, both 2-0, and ultimately the winner here guaranteed to be at least competing for that top 8 spot. They have to battle up against the second place team, which will be in contention. That the loser here could lose second place, depending on how French Onward Union do in their matchup, which they're playing obviously also right now. We have an eye on that score. We'll hopefully be jumping in, depending on if we have the time. We'll jump into that game as well. But for now, we are diving in to the start of the action here on Hideout.
Hoping to make some advancements in this tournament to secure that spot in the top 8 and hopefully continue to win on that $10,000 prize.
Yeah, there is a lot on the line today. A lot of pressure mounting up here this afternoon with these teams playing against each other because, again, that skin is really what's on the mind for these players right now. They are so close, or getting closer to earning it here this afternoon in this group stage, in this round robin, and man, it's been so fun to see. I really expect a great battle here this afternoon as we do reset the score. 0-0 map 1, and the first kill doesn't come through almost. Satoru manages to just dodge those Torres shots, tucks in, and does find the kill onto Mike on that top floor. A nice job there. Takes us into a 4v5 with the Sunset Ravens down 1 early.
Winter Wolf looking to be on the hunt for that refrag, but can't get it to go. And looks like they're planning to blow this hatch, possibly either create a distraction, go down the stairs, or just drop. Something I'm excited to see here is Kim Kong and Anomalous have both been hitting insane Taurus shots this entire tournament. They're both running the Taurus this round. I think it's gonna be a battle of their trigger finger. Eventually it's gonna come down to Boom. And here it is. They drop. Adam takes out Anomalous. Magamo grabs 3 frags and grabs another. Grabs a third. Winter Wolf finally takes out Magamo.
Oh, what a flash. Winter Wolf's going to swing off of that flash. Snow is damaged, but no, the overwatch from Dirt King saves it. They are into the mix, and man, it feels like the pace just kind of ramped up here in this round with these two teams, doesn't it? That was a fast round 1, Jonesy, or at least the push just suddenly happened.
I mean, TJFC being a team which everyone in EU is currently rooting for, they were expecting them to be able to play, and SR were their only big competitor, and TJFC are fighting for this beautiful skin which we've all seen, and Sunset Ravens are going to try and fight for that. But I think Heritage in the chat as well with a
Wow.
$20
Jeez.
donation.
Thank you,
Big
Heritage.
drop. We support that, and I think he's rooting for these teams as much as we are here on the Cavs.
Love
Also,
to see that, and we'll be hearing more from them in the NA broadcast. So yeah, keep the eyes peeled for that later this afternoon. That's gonna be the NA Challenger Cup, and I mean, if the EU Challenger Cup has been any indicator, that one's gonna be so high. There's gonna be 5 maps played there because we have so many more teams signed up for the NA Challenger Cup, and so it's or maybe 4, but it's more breachers left ahead today, and I mean, frankly, more breachers left ahead right now as we get into round number 2, and the SR squad goes back on the attack, but it's an eco round for them, going up against rifles and a fully kitted Taurus and prepared TJFC defense. They've got the door blockers, they've got utility coming out, and interestingly enough, seems to be an A setup. Not something you see a lot of. You don't see an early A push coming through very often on this site.
Seems to be working out, though. Oh, Mike takes a lot of damage on his from that nade. Mac managed to sneak a kill, though, on Anomalous. Some more shots come through.
Wow.
Adam takes out Satoru. Oh, and Dirt on the flank takes out Mac with a sneaky headshot. Snow looking to push through this connector here, maybe. Yes, indeed. With that Vezin in hand, hoping someone pushes into A so we can get a nice short kill here. And just... Nope, he decides to fall back. Nope, he decides to push up. Dirt Kid takes out Kim. I think that was another flank.
Wow. Huge on the flank. They're looking for the third. They can't quite find it. It's going to be Snow who finds that Vezin kill out in the lobby, and Sunset Ravens get picked apart in our second round. It goes 2-0 out the gate to TJFC. We'll pull up the scoreboard real quick as we do get ready and prep for round number 3. But Jonesy, this is TJFC continuing to look good.
I mean, that momentum from that first round, obviously, as soon as you get a Vezin on the board, you are going to be getting those kills. And, I mean, both teams have 5, but having at least one Vezin, or both teams don't have 5, sorry. Kim Kong loves that Marui. Both teams having rifles, it's going to be good because now they're going to have an actual fight. TGFC are very, very passive so far, while Sunset Ravens are just trying to get these kills, and sadly it's not working out. But hopefully we see a little bit of a comeback for this map, the third map of our day.
A
Not
little
a lot
bit.
of utility here for our enforcers. But Sunset Ravens managing to buy the guns they want, but I don't know if that's all the you know, attachments and utility that they desire. They're looking very low on money.
Yeah, this is the full buy coming in from them, which is interesting considering they're not necessarily at that point just yet. They could have done a partial eco buy here this round, but they are spending everything they can, hoping that they can at least start something here and get a round win on the board. They do have a few Vezins, which isn't bad, Marui on the board, but also 2 Cadillos, so it's not a fully kitted rifle squad. It's still pretty decent, and they are going to be able to push into A relatively comfortably. They do have that drone on the utility front, so they were able to sort of assess the situation here on A, and there's no door blocker, interestingly enough, and instead a static emitter. Oftentimes you see a door blocker here on a site, but the static emitter is instead the choice coming in from TJFC. And like you said, when they have the cash for all of the utility, it's interesting to see that it doesn't come in here on this door. And Winter Wolf sees that emitter. It's going to try and take it out. No counter nades coming in just yet. As I say so, there comes in one. Winter Wolf just a slice of HP down. A site wide open, though, in the push coming in here. The nade comes through, doesn't get tossed deep enough. Winterwolf's able to tuck in, but I don't think they have EMP. Instead, they're there with the Cadillo, and they find the headshot. That's the danger of the Cadillo. The one shot to the head, you know, at the high level with these teams competing, they do have great aim, so not surprising to see it be an effective tool here as A-Site continues to get pushed, but there's the swing from Centauro. It's a double kill. Can they make it a triple? Winter tucks in. They find Kim Kong, who drops down. Winter goes down. There's only one left, and it's Mike with the Cadillo. They find 2, but not 4. And with 2 left alive from TJFC, the chaos takes a pause, and they're up 3-0. Another big round, Jonesy. They continue to ride this momentum.
We're having this momentum ridden like a horse into battle. The chaos is not stopping in the chat either with another big donation. We had $50 dropped from Heritage, splashing that wallet just like the blood is splashing off of Sunset Raven's bodies. Maybe this fourth round will be a comeback, or sadly they've fallen into the pit and come back in the second half.
Yeah, it is a impressive performance here so far from TJFC, regardless. And look at the scoreboard here. We'll see. We are still getting a bit of a back and forth. Sunset Ravens have found a couple of kills. I mean, there's overall 7 kills coming in from Sunset Ravens. So it does mean that while TJFC are running away with a 3-0, they're not necessarily too up in economy, because they are having to rebuy. They're having to repurchase guns because they're dying a little bit. And so ultimately, Sunset Ravens are hanging in there, but this round's going to be tough off the eco. It's going to come down to rounds 5 and 6 in this first half, where Sunset Ravens are just going to hope to get on the board. And, I mean, that's going to be a task with how good this team is playing on the TJFC side, Robin.
Absolutely. We're coming in here. There's we see an A setup on this in the site with that door blocker down. We're not seeing too much action early in this round, but that's that's been the norm for these two teams to, give it a minute, take the right positioning, make sure they're set and going. We have 4 people up in this garage. Looks like Adam and Mike are trying to push down these stairs. Oh, looks like all 4 of them are trying to push down these stairs. Like ducks in a row.
Yeah, we've seen that be pretty dang dangerous already this afternoon with the headshots coming in, the multiple kills coming through. At least they're spread with crouching and standing. That's kind of one way to break up the headshots a little bit, but even so, it is a full squad rotating here, vulnerable to any nades, utility, but ultimately none of that coming through. TJFC tucked in very tight. I think that's one thing worth noting, is that TJFC are not extending out here looking for picks or getting aggressive. They are forcing Sunset Ravens to put on a good push into the objective building, and well, do they have the kit for it is the real question. Obviously not. So Sunset Ravens are going with a full eco here this round.
Absolutely. It's going to be a difficult fight for Sunset Ravens to battle against those 5 Vezins, especially once they start blowing this wall and shots start to be traded. We're looking at it's going slow. There's only a minute left on the clock now, and not much of a big push has been made. It'll be interesting. Oh, Satoru takes out one, and Mike takes out Dirt Kid at the same time. Mike grabs Satoru on him. Well, pretty much a refrag. And it slows back down just a little bit. Shots going through that broken wall. Mike trying to take a shot out.
Oh my.
Finds one!
I think that's 3 so far with Mike and this Cadillo connecting majorly for the offense. Sunset Ravens and Mike find another grenade. Here comes the push in, though, as Snow is still holding things down, and they have a Vezin. It'll be Mike that finds the final kill. They did, and it is Sunset Ravens finally on the board. Let's look at the scoreboard. And I think they did 7 kills. I think they had 2, so yeah, I think they got the full ace that round.
Big Mike ace.
It's the ace from Mike Jonesy. This is why we tune into the Challenger Cup, man, for these big clutch moments when the pressure is on.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mike there with a Cadillo. That grenade from Arcade bouncing all the way into Boiler, right at the feet of that defender. We see kills going left and right. We see 3-1. Hopefully they come back. And on the other hand, French and You is also... French and You sadly losing 3-0. Hopefully they have that same comeback that Mike just brought to Sunset Ravens.
That was an eco round coming in from Sunset Ravens. They had a Cadillo and pistols, and the Cadillo clutch. I mean, come on, is this the surge of Cadillos now? Are we going to start to see everyone trying to pop heads with Cadillos in pub lobbies after this?
In EU, we see more Cadillos.
That's
A lot.
That's kind of how the that's kind of how like there was a little Marui trend for a while. I think it was I can't remember who it was. It might have been Dolphin or something. Started using a Marui for like 2 days, and then suddenly everyone was using Maruis. The Dion might be next, yeah.
Either way, they are in a huge advantage off of that round because look at TJFC. They weren't even able to pull by here. They have minimal rifles in contention, and Adam finds the first kill as they barrel into Garage. They're pushing into B side as Mac sets up for some wall bangs there. Doesn't find the kill through the wall, but is going to get ready to push in with the rest of the team on to B side. And Makamo Anomalous, they need the flank from Satoru, but that flank is being monitored on that back side, so it's not going to be easy. It's being watched by, I believe that's Kim Kong under the action as Mike pushes in. Winter's here. Everyone barreling through to B. The smoke on the backside denying vision from Dirty Kid to properly defend this objective. And this is a great play from Sunset Ravens. Anomalous goes down to a headshot. A bit of a refrag here. Satoru does catch the back end defense and will quickly into a 3v2, make it a 3v1. Satoru has to hold things down alone.
Mike is going crazy. Satoru, like you said, trying to hold things down alone. Looks like he was out roaming and got caught off guard when the push happened. We do see Sunset Ravens pushing a little earlier than they usually do, maybe to get that roamer caught off guard. They're going through here. Whoa. Satoru needs to take out 3. Working with that Cyclone. He's got it. He's got it bought out. Rushes in. Oh, wait.
That's big.
That's a big
pickup. They got a Vezin in hand. They're looking to hold down B side in the 1v3 with the plant down. They catch a little bit through the wall there, but not enough in the 1v3. Sunset Ravens are looking good here. They suddenly bounced back off of a big clutch win. They look super coordinated on that entry with the advantage they had on rifles. They look confident, and maybe that's the one thing that they didn't necessarily have in the early rounds where it went 3-0 out the gate for TJFC, Jonesy. Sunset Ravens now have some momentum, and they're running with it.
I mean, they were obviously struggling those first 3 rounds, but it is momentum. It's like a bouncy ball. They've acted so hard, and it's going straight back at them, and look at them now being carried higher and higher. Sadly, maybe TGFC's ball is first, and they're struggling to piece it back together after this momentum has come through for Sunset Ravens.
Absolutely.
And we got to take the time, sorry, Robin, to shout out everyone in the chat. We've had a couple of more super donations come through, I believe. Frosty coming in and getting involved with I believe that's $20 total, but we really do appreciate you coming through with those super chats. The support, again, coming back to the VRML, and it helps us keep the lights on, helps us with the website operations, with everything that we do to run a regular season, including all of the stuff you've seen with the postseason, all of the content, the interviews, and the exclusive dev interview coming up at 12:40 p.m. PST. That's roughly an hour or 2.5 hours from now. You'll be able to see and hear more about matchmaking and see the store gun skin that you can buy pretty dang soon in the in the store. So that's going to be pretty hype. You're going to want to get your eyes on that. And again, that's coming up at 12:40 p.m. PST. And I've been able to give you this big plug because Sunset Ravens have paused their pacing quite a bit here. And I'm curious, Robin, what you think the strategy is here, just to throw off TJFC and try and slow things down a little bit?
I think that's it. That's something they've realized. They lost a good couple rounds in a row. They realized that slow pacing. Oh, Dirt Kid. They realized the slow pacing didn't work. I'll finish this thought after this push.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going well for them. Whatever their strategy is. Oh, my goodness.
They can't get in the building. 5v1 Kim Kong. Well, ignore what I said about that strategy, about changing up the strategy to try to make a difference. It worked for 2 rounds, but TJFC seemed to adapt to that faster push style very quickly. Actually, I think you can see they've pulled back. They don't have someone roaming upstairs anymore. I think that was Satoru before, who was running it first.
They're gonna go
Yeah,
for
they're
the
gonna push.
kill.
Oh, also, shout out Ninja Salad, $50 super chat. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. We really do appreciate it. The support means a lot for us, and it's again, all goes back to the VRML. So thank you so much for those super chats. And Jonesy, this is TJFC with a 4-2 lead, and we're going into the back half now of our final map. The winner here guaranteeing themselves to be one of the 2 teams that's going to fight for that top 8 spot.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. They've pieced together their pieces and they fought back, and we see them immediately reacting to that fast push, taking down one by one. And Sunset Ravens now, if they want to push through, they need to get 5 more wins in this game. But honestly, there was a massive coincidence there, because I think Ninja might have also paid someone else off. They might have given them a bit of motivation, because as that donation dropped, TJFC picked it back out of the bag.
This is, I mean, again, a great Challenger Cup to tune into here this afternoon. A fantastic Season 1 postseason start, because it is just the start. We've got NA later today, and then every weekend we've got action leading up to the 20th and 21st, where we have the finals of each region crowning our champions. And again, those teams taking away a good bit of that prize pool. So we really do have a lot to look forward to, not just today, not just in the next 20 seconds, as we do get into another round, and some kills already unfold here in Garage. The pistol round going the way of Sunset Ravens on defense, as we do get down to a 4v2 after the Garage push. Here comes a swing in through the window. Snow's going to try and find some kills on the backside, but Trip Mines and Mac shut that down entirely, and now it's Makimo alone on the TJFC offense in a 1v4. Sunset Ravens have turned the scales on the reset.
Wow, it's just back and forth. It's domination after domination, and neither team can catch a break. I cannot imagine like what the mental must be right now for either of these teams. After 2 rounds of being 4-0'd, 3-0'd, 5-0'd, something like that, and then it just switches back. That really has to do something to you. Also, I'd like to point out this is the first pistol round Anomalous hasn't used the Taurus. He opted for the drone instead, the drone spectral combo.
Interesting. Maybe that's the downfall, and I'm sure the Church of Taurus Discord would agree that the lack of Tauruses is the reason for the loss here on the pistol round. Well, it's not lost yet. They can still come back if they can clutch a 1v4 with pistols. Now with 12 HP, it's going to be tough. Oh, and they get shot through the wall there. Winter was searching for it, and they found it. The final shots connect. SR getting closer and closer to tying this up. They'll be able to buy in here, Jonesy, pretty heavily, and I imagine with everything on the line, they're going to be heavily buying with rifles and whatever they can get their hands on to give themselves an advantage going into round 8.
I mean, it was literally that one round that they lost, and boom, they're back again. Now 3-4. Maybe it's just a better defense on Hideout, because I know a lot of people say attack is better, but in the EU, we also have a lot of different strategies than you guys in NA. We see a lot of different strats like that. Anomalous didn't buy the Taurus, but he also is now looking like he's not buying a gun at all, which is very much different. And I think we have also, I think the French Review Niffin match has finished in the background, so I will get you updated on that in just a moment.
Wow.
Yeah, I do think I've seen a few teams play. They instead of buying a pistol, they buy utility. But I don't usually see it the second round. I usually see it like the very first round. Someone instead of a spectral, you buy a grenade, try to pick off someone with a grenade. But it's down to like individual players and just team comp.
I mean, at this stage too, we're seeing those individual players and sometimes pulling in huge clutches, 1v4s, 1v2s, 1v3s, and a lot of those happening today, honestly, in big moments to get their teams wins. So it's the beauty of the Challenger Cup. It's the wild card. It's the unknown that we're getting into here. We do not know how these rounds are going to shake up, and ultimately we do get good teams with solid understanding of the game of breachers battling it out against each other at a super high level, and for ultimately, again, a pretty dang cool gun skin. We've shown that thing off in the trailer and in Discord, and it is really cool. We do have another super chat coming in from Frosty.
That's not the real Frosty.
They're claiming they're the real Frosty. Okay, so watch out. There's multiple Frosties in chat. It's getting very cold in chat. It's getting very frosty in chat. And we have another one coming in from Llama DK. We appreciate the support again, guys. Thank you so much for that. It really means a lot as we do get back into the action. Grenades coming in. Satoru down past half health, but A site wide open.
That's a good push. Tosses the EMP to Satoru. Looking to plant. Is he gonna get? He can't get swung. They can't swing him. Oh yes, they can. His team not able to protect him on that swing. It's going down. 1v2. Looking to plant here now. And it's down. Shots going through. They know where the last guy is. Tossing a Cadillo over to Snow. Mac in the back of A site. They're playing a little bit off. Swings it. Where are they?
If there was ever a player to clutch this up, it would be Mac. They've locked in big round kills already. Anomalous swings. There's one. There's another. They're going to find the corner they cannot find. Snow down. And TJFC pick up a big round, an eco round for them. Are they going to carry? They're going to carry a rifle through, which is going to be a nice 2,900 extra cash bonus, essentially, into their pockets economic-wise, and they're back in control off of a pistol loss to a second round clutch win. It's TJFC 2 rounds away from being from locking their third win in the round robin.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, what a round there. We sadly do not see Mac come back like he did last time, but we do see TGFC now going 5-3, meaning that if SR lose one more, then we are going into the round where they cannot win. Scores from the 2 other matches have come in. It was 7-0 both ways. Niffin 7-0ing French on you. Purge 7-0ing Ethic.
So if
But
Niffin's
will he? Niffin 7-0.
So it's just this one in the slug match then.
Yeah, but I think if the loser here could be potentially knocked out, they may not take second place. We'll have to see how it all shakes out on the round wins, I think, at the end of the day to determine who is second out of this group stage. But yeah, there's certainly a lot on the line there for second place as TJFC just 2 away from taking first and still has to fight for it. Sunset Ravens have bought in this round. We're seeing 3 Vezins on the defensive side and 2 Tauruses, so pretty well kitted out defensive squad as flashes come in. A beautiful nade toss that's going to catch 2 on top of a kill up the front, and that absolutely puts things in Sunset Ravens' favor, although that suddenly gets chipped away with a double kill from Anomalous, and now Winterwolf's alone in a 1v2. TJFC still have the player advantage and are trying to clutch this up, but Winterwolf could find a double to put their team up 4-5.
Taurus now, in a span of just a minute, we're down to a 1v2. I think in a span of like 3 seconds, we caught, I think, a good like 6 kills or so. Oh, they're planting. Winterwolf's not on site. They're planting in A.
Oh, a big rotation.
There we go. Discord's back. Anomalous. Makamo hoping to hold a angle up here. Anomalous. Just making sure that doorway is clear.
Ooh, Winter does get a rifle in their hands, so they'll be pushing in with a Vezin instead of a Taurus, but time is ticking. They don't have a ton of it left as the EMP does tick down. The retake, something we've seen a lot of at the high level where teams do sort of allow the plant to come in and then push back onto it. But you really do have to find the double kill as the time continues to tick down. They are running out of it, and they can't find the first of 2. Anomalous shuts them down. TJFC carry 2 rifles through off of a round win and are looking at 1 more point to lock in first place off of the group stage, go 3-0, and potentially knock out Sunset Ravens and stop their season from continuing on. that's ultimately the end of the day what we're looking at here, Jonesy. Team season's being done, so the pressure is on.
Yeah, I mean, now that 6-3, they know that they need to now push them both up to a half a point, and then those two teams will sit right at the top 2.5, while Niffin and Team Purge both sit at 2 points, the same as Sunset Ravens and TJFC. They're all at the same score points currently.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is close for that second place. We really do have to wait and see how it all shakes out with this final game here this afternoon.
Nightfire cut out there.
Oh,
Cut out a little bit there.
Oh well,
Cut out for us.
For me at least, it's fine. You don't need to hear. Okay, it's the folks at home that are hearing everything. Okay, but yeah, it is so far again a stellar EU Challenger Cup overall, and our final round of the day is proven to be a great one between Sunset Ravens and TJFC. And a big shout out to everyone tuning in, and a reminder that the NA Challenger Cup starts in just a few hours. More games coming up, but for now at least, action unfolding. A 1-for-1 trade. The push coming down in off of a flash forward, finding out who is inside B as Dirt Kid throws on the active camouflage and finds one. A nice refrag from Adam as they peek out to catch that kill back, and Snow pushing in. The nade comes through. Snow catches the push up from Adam. They continue to fly in with the rest of the team. Macamo's here. Shots from an RCP and a Taurus coming in, and a nade catches Snow down. Winterwolf finding a kill. It's a 2v2.
And finds it. Makimo taking out Winterwolf with that Vezin, making it a 1v2, 2 Vezins versus an RCP.
Oh!
And he can't get it to go. Kim Kong goes down, and TJFC get the point for the tournament, 7-3.
What a huge map win for them. They take the win. They're 3-0. They're having celebratory in-game kisses as they celebrate their win. And look at the KDs coming in. Sunset Ravens with actually quite a bit. I don't know, is that possible? Look at all those kills. Mike and Xavier, 11 and 10. That's crazy in comparison. TJFC just had more spread out kills, I suppose, overall with 8, 7, 7, 9, and 9. But what a battle here this afternoon, Jonesy, for our final match of the afternoon. We just got to wait till the scores are all submitted, and they are, and we do have Sunset Ravens locking in second place. They will be battling against TJFC. I think this is how this works. I could be wrong. It could be that TJFC just are advancing on, but I think it's TJFC and Sunset Ravens fight against each other in a best of 3, and then the winner there is the top 8 team, and they play out that match this week. So we'll try and be broadcasting that live as well. But what a group stage for the EU Challenger Cup. Jonesy, your final thoughts before we take a bit of a break and get ready for the NA Challenger Cup in a few hours.
Yeah, honestly, what a round there at the end. SR sadly not being able to come back. They kind of got that one round back, and then they just couldn't catch any more. We see the end there, and we see TGFC ending on the top, and I'm pretty sure it's just that one team goes straight through now. Otherwise, they would be facing Niffin, who has a higher point difference.
Yeah, it's again a great Challenger Cup that we've tuned into here this afternoon. Robin, your thoughts on the matches here today?
That was amazing. We got aces, we got 4Ks, 3Ks, we got clutches. We had everything you could want from a Breachers cast, and that's what this is about, man. We have these amazing teams, playing for high stakes. We all get to watch it. It's awesome.
I am trying to get details and confirming of how the first and second place stuff works. We'll get that to you at some point, or maybe not. But regardless, we caught some great action here this afternoon, and more to come later today. The North American Challenger Cup will be unfolding at 12:40 p.m. PST. That starts with an exclusive developer interview where we're showcasing the in-game store, well, not in-game, but the store skin that will be in-game relatively soon that you'll be able to buy with in-game credits. We're also talking about matchmaking and ranked and what you can expect for breachers in the future. So a lot to look forward to with that discussion. And then obviously North American Challenger Cup, huge games with big teams battling it out for a chance to be that one team that advances on to the top 8 and battles ultimately against Acer. So they have their hands full if they qualify, but regardless, they're competing for that gun skin, the VRML finalist skin, and so a lot on the line for these teams coming up here. A big shout out to the squads for playing today. A big shout out to everyone tuning in and enjoying the action here this afternoon. We really do appreciate all of the super chat support. It means a lot to us and the organization, and ultimately it helps us keep doing what we do here at the VRML, so we really do appreciate it. And again, be sure to tune in 12:40 p.m. PST for the NA Challenger Cup. That'll be it for us here on the desk. My name's Ben Nightfire with 2 E's, my co-caster Jonesy and Robin Eggs. Thank you all again for stopping by, and until next time, stay classy. Breachers VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.